So as क्या बनियो, we were saying that कि अगर ऐसे you should pen. Okay. As though we have the firstly a folder, okay, which is our present working directory.
Yes, sir.
And then in this, if we have three on a local Git side. The Git is the on the laptop side, okay?
Yes, sir.
On our local machine side. And GitHub is on the website side, should I? Okay, and here we said that we first need to get the things into the Git, what's that called, Shabash?
Sir, ऐसे कुछ नाम है.
Storage area, no?
Storage area.
Staging area.
Right.
Staging area, and then
L से कुछ.
we will get to the Git repository, okay? Git repository.
Right.
And then from here, we can go to the GitHub and get it there. Now from this side, if we have any files here, for example, and we want to edit, first we need to initialize the Git as I did it, okay? What do we do for that? Git init.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Git init will initialize the Git. So once we have the Git repository set up, now we can use the Git commands. Now from present working directory to the staging area, what you will use? Git add. Git add a file name, or we say dot means everything.
Dot means
From this local machine to the staging area in a local machine, they will go into it. And after that, have to git commit. We have to
git
git
commit minus m.
From here to here, we will use the git commit, right? COMMIT. So from the git commit, it will go here. Now from here, we have to use git push. So if we have in the repository now, from PWD to staging area, then to the Git repository. Now we've got a Git repository is where we have the final stage of the files. Now we want to put that into the GitHub. We want to put it into what?
Git.
So we have to do the Git push. So that is how we are going to do things. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So if we start from the Git area and we want to put the things into GitHub, or if we start from the GitHub area and we want to push back to the Git in our local machine. So we will do both ways today.
Okay, sir.
Now, firstly, maybe I have some files here. I create here maybe abc.html. Okay. HTML files already as ABC already is. We got style.css, and we got, say, for example, Secure.js already here. So we got three files here. The firstly, this is unstaged. This is what, that's why it's saying you. So what shall I do? I should say git add and dot maybe. So now after this will go, if I say git status, now it will tell me that you have to commit this file, okay? The style.css, it is yet committed. It's not committed. So it is in a staging area, but not committed. So what shall I do? Git commit
minus m.
So git commit, then minus m means give the message.
Yes.
In the message, you say, for example, style created. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Now we are done. As you could see, if I say git status, now we have on branch main, nothing to commit, and all that. So now, now I will go on the GitHub now. I will go on where?
GitHub.
I will go on the GitHub side. For that, I need to open the browser. Browser is already here. Hey, yaar. What happened to this? 1 second. So we go to the GitHub. We go to the GitHub. GitHub. Now this is our GitHub. Okay. Now you must have logged in, huh? GitHub को आपने login किया ना?
Yes, sir.
So go to the GitHub. Go to the profiles. Say your profile. Here is your profile. You will go to the profile, and here you will see your repositories. What the repositories you have created. This is my GitHub for my teaching. repositories are here, and the repository, create the new repository. You create what?
New
So
repository.
create a new repository.
Mhm.
Now call it same. I will call it as a Git. Okay, let me call it as a Git. It's the same file name which was in there, but it's not necessary. You can keep a different file name. Okay, this is the repository means folder name. That will be the Git, and I will say this is my new repo, for example.
Mhm.
Okay,
Mhm.
then this is public for a while. You can keep it private, as you can add a readme file and so on. You can have the ignore templates. For example, sometimes you have some important credentials which you don't want to share. So some files you don't want to share. Okay, now that is git ignore, those files won't be shared. So that is the thing. Now you say the create a repository. Now my repository will be created. As you could see here, the repository Git is created. It is empty. Now it is telling us create a new repository on the command line, that you can go on a Git. Okay, then you can say Git init, and then Git add readme.md, or you can say commit. Then you can branch. You can do a lot of things, or then you want to basically set up your Git with the GitHub. What are we trying to do? We are trying to link our Git. We are trying to link our
Git.
GitHub. Now, GitHub is what is called as a remote, because it's a remote repository. It's basically a remote repository. Okay, so we have to set up the remote. That is for the Git on my laptop, on my local storage, on my local repository. I have the local repository, and now I have the remote repository. Now, for that, we can say Git remote. The command is Git remote. Okay, the Git remote will set up my remote. So who is my remote? So I need firstly the proper address, that is this address of this repository. This is https://github. That means I have to go on a github.com. There is a profile Juni Srinagar SGR. Then there is a repository git.git. Now this repository should be linked with my local repository. So that means on my Git I have to run this command. But uh, I think this year they have a little bit changed it. They are not giving proper access. So we have to have some tokens. Otherwise, it won't give us access. Previously, I taught it was working like, you do this thing on the
Which
on
was working.
the on the terminal. It set up the remote. Git sets up the remote. Then you can say the Git push, and it will push everything on the GitHub. But now, using this address, also you need a token. You need what? A token. So firstly, I will do one thing. I need to actually do what? I need to copy this thing. I will copy whole thing here. Say Command C, and I will go to what? I will go to the my Git here. Let me clean it. I said clean was not cleaning. Hide. Is clean not working? Sir, clear. Clear. Yeah. Okay. Now Command V. Now I need to add, what I'm trying to do is, you will do this, but don't press enter. You are trying to set up a remote. For this local repository, you're trying to tell this local repository that you have a global repository on my GitHub, which has this address, that http://github.com, Juni, but it won't give us direct access unless we do not create a token. We do not create what? So for that, I go to here in my profiles here. There's a settings down here somewhere. Here's the setting. Okay. On settings, I will go down and I will go to the developer setting here. This is developer setting. In the developer setting, I go to the personal.
Sir से बात करा जहांगीर.
Custom or no expiration. This will be available all the time. Right now, I say 30 days. Then I need to at least select the repo that I want to have control on the private repositories, we want to commit, we want to deploy status, public repositories, and access repository invitations, read and write security events. But right now I will do everything. Huh? I will check all things. I want to do everything with this. I don't want any restriction.